Scorpio. This will be your June reading. We are returning. Then welcome back. You are new. And welcome. I mentioned in the other videos that I do think that June should be energetically a quieter month, and that July will start to bring in a faster energy. I know there will be some retrogrades happening then. I think my voice is starting to go a little bit because I've been doing back-to-back readings, so if it is, I apologize. So guys, let's see what's going on with you for June. Scorpio, some interesting shifts in your world in terms of how you feel you are fitting into it. You may have some old demons coming out to play. You may be avoiding people to avoid having that behavior triggered, whatever that behavior may be. Anything in excess, emotional excess, addiction excess. And you may be avoiding some people right now to have that triggered. Even if it's where an ex goes to play, you may be avoiding some of that right now to avoid this type of feeling. Nights laying awake, questioning how you may be pulling yourself apart right now for not doing better than you'd like to be. So I just want to remind you guys, we're all doing the best we can. And I'm sure you are too, so try not to pull yourself apart too much. But you may be reevaluating old goals, maybe you feel you've fallen short of. And at some point in June, this sort of comes to a head, and you have this sort of push and pull effect where this really starts to bother you. And you may get a moment where you start to feel sort of exactly what I just mentioned. You know, maybe you feel like you're ready to start going in a new direction. Or you look back and you feel, you know, I have accomplished quite a few things. And you are ready by the end of June to start reevaluating what's happening. And you know, for a lot of the readings, people were going through these reevaluation periods about relationships or their roles in their families or just personally. So some of the things that might be on your mind, if it's a relationship or even in your home life, are how much you're sacrificing or giving of yourself to others at the expense of yourself. And that could be in a relationship, or it could just be in general, in all of your relationships. And how much of a burden you feel you're carrying, you know, and you may start to reach out and to discuss this with family or friends, or again, you may just be alone in your room at night thinking about it. And I think by the end of June, you're going to really think about the new ways that you want to approach life. And you may even be thinking about all the things you've given to other people and maybe the ways you think that they did not give back to you. I think you definitely will be okay, and the energy starts to shift toward the end of the month. But I think you may even meet someone If you're single, you may be meeting someone in the middle of the month. There's some sexually driven energy here. Or you may just be able to, but this is sexual energy. So there's definitely a shift in the middle of the month with you guys. But you're feeling disconnected from things. That's the problem. But there's definitely a shift in the end of June into the beginning of July, where you are reevaluating people and really starting to think of all of the times where you were there for them, but they were not there for you. And this is starting to have you scratching your head about not wanting to be in this position anymore. And this is also going on with some of the other signs as well. I think you are staying quiet about it in the beginning and middle of the month, and towards the end of the month you are reaching out to someone, or it may be this new person coming in where you meet them and it's someone you can talk to about this feeling. So for some of you, there will be someone new coming in. And this person has the complete opposite effect, where you don't feel like they have that triggering energy. You feel that they're much more in line with the good parts of you. They may have the same types of issues that you do. They also may have the same types of problems with family or friends, and so you two are going back and forth, forming this kind of camaraderie with each other. I think you guys may be talking about a lot of these bad feelings that you're both experiencing right now. And it's a bond that you really need to get you through this period. You need something, Scorpio. You need something different right now than you're getting. I think, you know, and I talked about this in the description of the video, that certain people are going through growing pains right now. They are growing, and the people around them are not. Again, it's not a bad thing, but as you're growing as a person and the people around you are not, what do you do with that? What do you do with those people? Guys, I apologize about my voice. I've been talking so much. Well, there's not much you can do. You have to find new people to talk to. The Lion talks about a powerful friend. And I think a friend that you have things in common with is really also the thing that we're talking about here. This card talks about we have some cards here talking about transformation, you know, stability, feminine energy, also we have some cards here talking about bad habits, the OCD, drugs or alcohol or gambling, which we talked about at the beginning of the reading. I think you're trying to separate yourself from anyone that sets off habits like that you may have. Again, that could even be a habit that's Just an emotional habit, if you're emotionally dependent on someone. So I think you're trying to get away from that now and grow as a person. And that's wonderful. And I think, again, as I said, that in June you run into that person. Let's have a few more cards for you, Scorpio. The Chair card talks about someone leaving your life, so that could be one person who you're really reliant on, or maybe several. And the Cherries talk about a new romance. So again, I think for some of you, potentially we're looking at someone new coming in, which is great. Now, if you believe you can change, Scorpio, you guys are fiery people. You've let go and recovery. We talked about these habitual issues, you know, recovery can be a part of that process, even if it's a habitual way of thinking. If you are ready to let those things go and you believe there is a new way on the other side of that for you, there is always a path there for you. Now, Scorpio, this was your reading for June. As always, if you're comfortable leaving a like or a comment, I am always interested to know how you are doing on your path. I respond to every single comment. Scorpio, thank you so much for sitting with me for a while. As always, be safe and well on your path. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.